What's going on, boys? In this video I'm going to be giving you an in-depth guide on how to improve your mechanics and get them up to a pro level. This video will help players that think their mechanics aren't at a very great level and want to improve their mechanics exponentially. Also, it will help players that are new to keyboard and mouse and really want to get their mechanics up to date. Okay, so the first map we're going to be going into is Crank Simulator. Quick tip, WD-90s will help your movement so much. The Crank Simulator allows you to go up to maximum height, and as soon as you get up there, it'll respawn you back down and you can go up again. Also destroying all the builds. You always wonder what to actually practice while you're free building. Tunneling, grid building, piece control building, all of these things will help you in your mechanics so much. Make sure that you're doing drills as well. Drills like these, when you edit the ramp and then edit the wall, just keep repeatedly doing these over and over again. You'll get faster and faster, more consistent. Really good mechanics are built over a long time of doing challenging drills and doing challenging repeated actions. This especially helps you with your cross-up placement. As you can see, you go all the way back and then you're ready for the next wall. You can also practice your movement by going left and right while doing that drill. Also, learning how to edit down as well as editing up is super important. People always forget about learning how to edit down. It's a super underrated way to get better mechanics, as you are doing 4 edits in a row as you're learning how to edit down. I used to struggle quite a bit with learning how to edit down, but I just did it slowly at first and repeated practice, and it became pretty instinctual. All of these drills will help you learn the mechanics of keyboard and mouse. Even if you do them really slow and really bad and you mess up a lot, you just need to start off as slow as possible. And as you go on, you'll get faster and faster. And free building, basically you want to also be piecing this all together and creating a little free building channel like this, where you're basically just editing down using movement, using side jumps, adding maybe some piece control, side jumps, you know. And it'll get to a point where you just won't have to think about it anymore. These side jump piece control 180s are super great to do while you're free building. Our pros do this. You place this ramp, place this cone, then place the wall, and you basically cone someone, ramp someone. They can't build, you can just full box them after, edit the ramp, and then yeah. You want to try and incorporate these in your free builds. Maybe try and do a side jump and then carry on doing it. He's really good, but you also have to add the side jump to it. You're practicing your side jump, you're also practicing this little move here. And you can also add those walls. When you have double movement software, side jumps are so much easier to do. Before you had to really try and side jump, but now you can just aim for this sort of area, general area, and you'll be able to side jump onto the ramp as well. Jump at this top area here. You can obviously aim for this as well, but it's going to be a little bit harder. You're going to have to go a little bit faster, but just aim for this area here. You'll probably get it every time. This one drill alone helped me so much learn move, edit, and everything all together. It's kind of challenging if you've never done it before, but you place this wall, place this ramp, place these walls around it, and then just edit through like this. Wall, editing, ramp, basically flipping the ramp. And you can basically move the drill in order to learn whatever you want. So if you want to learn some Mongol classics, you can learn Mongol classics doing this. Unless you're a natural editor, this is going to be pretty hard to do at first when learning keyboard and mouse or trying to improve your mechanics. But little drills like this will help you so much in improving mechanics. Drills like that, doing stuff like this. When you learn stuff like that, as you can see, my mechanics are already looking pretty decent. The next thing that you want to be playing is this ultimate movement practice map by Coach Jazz. Now this movement map is actually insane for improving movement and angles. I think Jaren said this in his most recent video or something. He shouted this map out, and honestly it's so good for improving movement. So when you're on keyboard and mouse, movement is probably one of the hardest things to learn. Learning to move and stuff while you got your shotgun out, learning to peek things, peek different angles, because a lot of the times you'll be stuck on a peak and you won't be able to basically strafe out of it. That's why this movement course is probably one of the best ways to improve your movement. Other than free building, obviously. Free building is a super good way to improve movement while you're building and basically just rolling through the map. So you basically just start in this room like this. Grab a pump, grab a attack, and for the first little run of the thing, you want to be going through this about maybe 3 times at first when you're while you're starting off. You start off with HP if this bot doesn't basically cheat. And basically just stand on this side of the map. You can either go left like this, and you know when you're doing good movement basically when you don't get hit. So obviously my movement hasn't really been warmed up that much, and you just keep going on the course like this. And then for this one, you know when your counter strafes are good when basically you're not going to get hit by the bot. Maybe, oh my god, can't wait for him to get his shotgun out first, so you can basically test out your movement. That's what I like to do. Wait for him to get his shotgun out. Basically, it will tell me if I have good movement. Let's go through all of these with your attack. This is if you start looking like how I'm looking, that's when you know your movement is starting to get pretty decent at a decent level. This map is incredible for improving movement. Probably one of the best movement maps in the world. He's made these other ones here as well, but this one just trumps them all because it's sort of like a drill format. You can't really beat a good drill format. Like a little course isn't as good as drills usually. That's why I prefer doing drills rather than courses. So speaking about drills, Raiders Piece Control map version 3 is probably one of the best piece control maps in the game. You can use this piece control map in order to basically improve builds, edits and piece control. Crosshair placement also. And it's so good because it allows you to basically go through these drills as much as possible. So when you are learning keyboard and mouse and you want to basically just improve your mechanics to the maximum level, you can do these drills as much as you want for as long as you want. These drills are good because as you go through them, you kind of just forget that you're doing the drill basically. It starts moving away from your working memory. So you just go through the drills, and after quite a little bit of time, you just forget that you're doing the drills. It becomes easier and easier to do these ones. And if you don't know how to, do each drill, there's a little. Wait, let me show you. If you don't know how to do these drills, there's a little thing at the start. If you shoot the number, it'll tell you. Or you can watch Raider's video on how he does them. He basically goes through each and every one on how to do them. Peace out. Basically, you want to focus on crosshair placement while doing it. Focus on movement while doing it. Making sure that you're taking these extended out right hand peaks. So this next map is called Edit and Aim map by Zanex60. The map code is on the screen right now. This map is so good for learning how to shoot after you edit. Basically, making your crosshair as tight as possible while editing. You don't want to be doing this massive edit because your crosshair will be landing right there. And if you do this short edit, your crosshair will be right next to the target. Or close to the target then if it was right there, you know. You can incorporate some movement in there. Making sure that you're using right hand peaks to your advantage. Make sure that you're resetting after you're doing it also, because obviously I meant holding the wall after you reset. It's easy to take your wall at that point, so you just gotta hold your wall and hope that you basically keep your wall after you do it. It'll be easier to hold the wall and keep it than someone else taking it at that point. We're playing all of these maps, build fights, realistics, box fights. All of these maps will help you basically build up some fighting sense, build up some mechanical fighting ability. So the reason that I'm saying now that you want to be playing build fights, box fights, all of that in order to gain better mechanics is because these things give you the least amount of downtime when you're playing them. So what I mean is, in arena there's a lot of downtime as you're spending a lot of time looting up, farming, trying to find people. However, in 1v1s you're spending as much time possible basically fighting an opponent. Yeah, like this kid isn't the greatest. And yeah, if you can do 200 rounds of this, so you will improve so much on keyboard and mouse. Veno FN used to do 600 rounds even. 600 rounds of realistic matches and 1v1 matches. Not 600 each, but 600 in total. And now he's one of the best mechanical fighters in the game. Boys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, use that creator code in the item shop. See you next video and peace.